Bros and heroes. Gonna tell you about bros and heroes. Gonna tell you about
comic books, costumes,
Facts.
boots, and other stuff.
In this week's issue, Billy Ray Cyrus.
Welcome into Bros, Foes, and Heroes. I am Zach, joined by, I don't like saying sidekick because I feel like we're an equal part of this dynamic duo.
I do not mind being a sidekick.
But the achy to my breaky heart,
Yikes.
if you will, Mr. Mike.
I spoke too soon.
Yeah, and usually I do comic book characters there, and technically I am this week.
Oh, no.
Because Marvel produced back in 1994, if I can get my weird foreign...
That's the right year and everything.
Yeah, a Billy Ray Cyrus comic book. And we are looking at that today, Mike, because if you ever thought, hey, you never thought anything about that. But there's the
oh my God,
the cover of it.
Wait, okay, so it's Billy Ray Cyrus looking like, by the way, I went home last night and my wife was watching Roadhouse. So it's a very reminiscent of a Roadhouse character. And then there's a Black Knight and what looks to be an Indian man. And it's written by Paul Newman.
Paul S. Newman.
Oh, sorry.
And Dan Barry.
Not the same one.
Yeah, no, they were the creators of this.
They should be shot, and maybe they were.
No, for an imprint that Marvel did from 94 to 95 called Marvel Music.
Oh, yeah, everybody wanted that.
They
sense the clamoring amongst the unwashed masses.
I am only focusing on one issue because there are more, and I didn't want to be like, at first I thought, I'll do the whole episode on just all these Marvel music issues.
Yeah.
But then I thought...
Can I guess a couple of them?
Yeah, I'll let you guess
Kiss.
to see. No.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm pulling up the full list right now to make sure I don't miss anybody.
Kiss would be one of them.
But let me give you...
Queensryche. Is that one of them?
No. Here, let me give you just a little bit of background.
Legendary band Queensryche.
Background so you can get just like a time frame from this. Like
Dead
I said,
Kennedys.
It was founded in 1994.
Okay.
So Holiday in Cambodia had come out 15 years before that now. So maybe not the Dead Kennedys. It was a short-lived imprint of Marvel Comics. And basically the concept had descended from the previous, you brought up Kiss. It had descended from a previous collaboration with Kiss.
Oh, there you go.
Where they had starred in a Marvel comic book super special.
I guess that is a little old for Kiss.
Yeah. And they had done some other stuff with Alice Cooper. So the series, obviously, this turns out to be considered unsuccessful because it didn't even last all but a year.
You know, I could see the Alice Cooper comic book being the biggest success of all of those that you named. Okay,
here's what I'll tell you. So we will do these others at some part in time,
sure.
Probably, maybe not all of them, but some of them. You know about the Billy Ray Cyrus one we're about to get into. You brought up, or we talked about Alice Cooper. There is a Alice Cooper one that was, I think, the last one they did. That's actually like 3 different acts, kind of. I guess it was 3 separate stories.
All right.
So we have Cooper. So I'll tell you that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 others done.
Okay. This is 1994.
1994.
Outcast?
No.
Okay.
But there are 2 hip hop ones.
Okay. Snoop Dogg?
No, not that popular.
Oh, okay. I don't know then.
I'll tell you.
Maybe Crisscross? Is that one of them?
Onyx is one of them.
You read it from the back.
You have to flip it around.
That's right, yeah.
Onyx is one of them.
Onyx, yeah.
And the other one is KRS-One.
Okay.
So
Onyx.
Now there's also another country star at the
Weird
time.
thing is it was just about The Rock. It wasn't about the group.
Wasn't about the group, yeah. The other one is, it's 1995 that this one came out. And you would think, okay, country star.
Sure.
Think of all the 90s. It's Marty Stewart.
Marty Stewart, of course.
So Marty Stewart has one. And then we talked about Alice Cooper. And then there was a Bob Marley.
Okay.
Titled Tale of the Tough Gong. So we'll get to that one. That sounds great.
Tale of the Tough Gong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. There is one Hall of Fame rock band that I did leave off.
Okay.
The Rolling Stones.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So, Rolling Stones, and then there's it just says Woodstock, 1969 to 1994.
Oh, so this
Probably
is Woodstock
some-
2.
Probably some,
Yeah.
yeah. Second Woodstock thing.
Brought to you by all the corporations you love. Woodstock 2.
Exactly. Not as bad as Woodstock 99, but hey, that's still 5 years away.
Oh, that's right. It was 99, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
The one with, wasn't that?
That
with
was the corporation one, yeah.
It was the corporation one. And I know that this isn't directly related to this Billy Ray Cyrus comic book, but it's one comic book. It's not going to take that long.
Okay.
We're going to look real quick at who played at Woodstock 99.
Yeah.
Because that is that's the worst of them all, right?
Alice in Chains?
No, wasn't the lead singer dead by then?
I don't know. I was never a big Alice in Chains fan.
Really? I
just
wanted
know
to.
they kept a guy in a box.
And if you're a rooster, you should never hang out
That's
around
true.
them. I
No
just wanted to
roosters.
find that some of the performers. Oh, here we go. Many of the high-profile acts, such as DMX,
Mm-hmm.
Limp Bizkit,
Limp Bizkit.
Korn,
Corn.
Red Hot Chili Peppers,
Look at this.
and Creed. Why?
My phone says a T-Mobile expert is calling. What is
Why?
that? I don't know. Maybe my identity has been stolen by Billy Ray Cyrus.
That's funny. So let's get into something that's not as bad as those. Creed. Oh my.
Creed. Puddle of Mud with 2 D's.
Oh man, she hates me, and some other BDSM song I don't remember. Yeah. I got all the acronyms in there.
BDSM.
Don't worry, we won't talk about Peacemaker this week. I actually can't promise that. It might come up by the end.
I
of
have
it.
not watched the newest episode. We're on episode 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't watched it.
Okay,
yet.
then
Have
actually,
you?
yeah, I have. So all
You
right.
didn't react at all. Was that a choice you made?
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't want to
All
spoil
right.
anything.
Okay. All right.
No, stuff happens. But
No, I've been rewatching Ozark.
Are you
because
caught
of
up
the
on
new
that?
episodes? No, I'm just in season 2 at this point. The time I have to watch TV is basically from about 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. each night. And that's about it. That's all I get at this point in my life. So
I got you. So okay, fair enough.
yeah, with headphones on, in a fetal position, over in the corner
Sobbing.
of my room.
So
My room, she calls it. It's a half bath.
well, that's
Yeah.
hey. At least it's better than living under the closet, like Harry, or under the closet, in the closet under the stairs, like
It's got a,
Harry Potter.
It's got a leaky sink.
Oh,
Yeah, it's really moist in there.
that leads to mold.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, that leads to a lot of mold.
Yeah. Well,
Have you had somebody come check it?
me for mold?
Yeah, I mean it's your.
Oh, the room.
Yeah.
Oh no. haven't
Can
had
somebody
anybody-
check you for mold?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a whole thing.
Brought to you by Jimmy's self mold check.
Jimmy's
not mold.
Jimmy's mobile mold check service
Yeah.
will come to you.
Tell them that Mike and Zach sent you.
10% off all crack evaluations.
Yep. All right. This Billy Ray Cyrus comic.
It's a slow burn.
It was, but it's no surprise. This thing's awful.
Yeah.
But obviously, it's done in some sort of like cash. These things happen. I don't want to call it a cash grab scheme, but companies, no matter what it is, always try to get something that's a little cool to be around. Like
Yeah, kids love reading biographies.
last night. Well, but like last night was the Royal Rumble, and WWE is a company who loves to be able to benefit off some stardom and somewhere else.
Sure.
Johnny Knoxville was in it.
Oh, the brain damaged Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah, because hey, we have a movie to promote, and also
You saw he literally got brain damage off of this new one.
no,
Yeah. He got hit by a bull, tossed up in the air, came down.
well, it's not the first time he's been hit by a bull,
right.
too.
He said this is the hardest he's ever been hit in his life. And he came down with brain damage. He was bleeding in his brain. And he said the weirdest thing was that it led to cognition issues. No shit, Johnny Knoxville.
So he was in it, and then also performing artist Bad Bunny.
Oh yeah, of course.
Was in it as well.
Yeah.
But if anybody else
International
that's not a
superstar, Bad Bunny.
But
Yeah.
if anybody else that's not a wrestling fan could potentially have eyes on it because somebody else that they know is into it.
Was Pitbull in it?
No, that was it. Surprise us. But I mean, like, they'll do it. And this is just another thing of that with Marvel. They think, hey, maybe we can get Billy Ray Cyrus fans to buy a comic if we make a comic about Billy Ray Cyrus.
Pitbull is the Michael Buffer of music. He'll show up at anything just as long as you let him sing one of his songs or yell one of the things. Yeah. Well, Michael Buffer, the only thing he does is let's get ready to rumble.
That is true. I think Pitbull's a little bit more versatile than Michael Buffer. He's like Michael and Bruce combined.
Pitbull for Pepsi. Yeah, that's it.
Was that a Pitbull impression?
Yeah, that was my Pitbull impression. Pitbull for Pepsi. That's
so
Pitbull.
bad.
That's Pitbull for you.
All right. Oh man,
you picked such a bad comic that I'm doing a Pitbull impression.
Let's hop into.
So let me ask you about the format of these things. Okay, so really slick cover. I mean, honestly, the art is really, really well done.
No, it was.
It's like painted. It's one of those painted type things,
no, the
right? I mean, it's
inside
beautiful.
of the inside of it looks like regular.
Yeah, it looks like a regular comic. Yeah, but the outside looks more like a graphic novel type cover. You see those a lot.
Yes.
Is it just a biography?
No, not at all. It's
really
stories involving Billy Ray Cyrus.
Does Billy Ray Cyrus come out like Zorro and conk people over the head with his guitar?
No. Here's
Kabang. What is it? Kabang. What is that? Who it was?
El Kabong.
El Kabong.
Kabong.
He's the El Kabong of country music.
Good old quick draw McGraw.
Kids.
What was his sidekick's name? The one with the very stereotypical
it was a very
stereotypical
accent, yeah, and I don't remember. If I say anything, it's going to be bad.
Yeah, so let's just. But I do remember his little sidekick too.
Yeah, he had a very Hispanic little sidekick.
Yeah, he sounded like Speedy Gonzalez.
Almost worse.
Yeah. But I just remember a quick draw. Yeah,
you know what kills me is, and I get it. Speedy Gonzalez. I understand that it was a racial thing. I get it, right? But why is it that every Tex-Mex restaurant I go to has a plate called the Speedy Gonzalez?
Do they really?
Yeah.
What Tex-Mex places do you go to? I've never seen that.
There's at least 2 out in Hewitt that have something called the Speedy Gonzalez plate.
What makes it a Speedy Gonzalez plate?
No idea.
Is it a lot of cheese?
I'm not allowed to order it. I don't know.
This is the one time you get out of your half bath.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Gotcha.
No, I don't know what is on it. I'm assuming I don't know.
All right.
It's Tex-Mex place. So,
works for me.
There's 4 ingredients.
So, rice, beans, cheese, meat.
Isn't that Jim Gaffigan's joke? He's got a joke about there being like 3 or 4 ingredients, and he used to work at a Mexican restaurant, and they would say, "What's in this enchilada?" And he'd say, "Beans, meat, cheese, tortilla." He'd say, "What's in this taco?" Beans, meat, cheese, tortilla.
Yeah. I don't know if it was something like that. I think I've heard that before.
Yeah.
No, it's not a biography, unfortunately. What it is stories evolving.
Yeah, that's what I asked.
Involving, not evolving.
Yeah.
Fans and Billy Ray Cyrus. And there's something that happens in both of these that's a sign of the times, but it's super creepy now too that I'll get to. Basically, what we're shown is there's this couple. I didn't bother remembering names because these are terrible stories.
Sure.
But it's let's just call them Brad and Tammy because that's the first 2 names I could come up with. So Brad and Tammy are a couple, and they're out to look at this old fort because this takes place in Kentucky, where Billy Ray's from.
Sure.
So they're trying to hunt out this old fort that may be haunted. And Brad sees like what he thinks is an Indian ghost.
Okay.
And it scares him, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. No, I just want it to be. I do want to say also a disclaimer right now too, that like I started playing. They remade Oregon Trail on the Apple Arcade, and I downloaded it to try to start playing last night
on your phone.
Yeah.
And now, a word from our sponsor. And we're back.
How'd you like that ad for Jimmy's Mulch? I don't even remember the thing we called it before. All right.
Jimmy's Mulch.
Yeah, no, it's Oregon Trail for the phone, and I downloaded it. And there's a disclaimer at the beginning of the game that says, like, you know, basically our apologies to Native Americans. The depictions of Native Americans in the previous game is not this way in this game.
Really?
We actually have included, you know, playable characters, yada yada yada.
I didn't play a lot of Oregon Trail. What was so offensive in the
I don't remember. I don't remember that either.
All I remember is dysentery.
But my point is, like, so they feel the need to put that forward.
Yeah.
In 1994, nobody cared.
No, they really didn't.
And I'm not saying that as a, I don't know. I'm saying that is because there are things that if you look for it,
yeah, absolutely.
you could easily find things that you would be offended by.
Yeah.
But nobody. Or unless somebody finally made us think about it, nobody was going to come out and be like, hey.
Nobody's getting fired over it back then. No.
So some of this is ridiculous because of all that, but still, so it spooks the kids. They run away, and as they run away from the fort, basically Brad being scared, he runs into Billy Ray Cyrus and his horse Rome.
Okay. R-O-M-E?
R-O-A-M.
R-O-A-M. Okay.
Yeah. And so Billy Ray's like, hey, what are y'all doing? They're like, hey, we're checking out this fort. He goes, well, we've heard that it might be haunted. He's like, hey, you know, yeah, let me tell you a little bit about, you know, the history here. Like settlers and Indians fought. And
then his horse starts singing.
Yeah. And he's like, that's why they called, you know, Kentucky something battled state. I don't know. Like,
okay. Sure.
Kentucky's known for being a place of war. Indian settlers, all that history.
Yeah.
It's a half-hearted explanation of stuff, and you're like, I don't know when Billy Ray Cyrus became a history teacher in the middle of this.
Billy Ray Cyrus is a known historian.
He basically, when they introduce each other, like Tammy's pissed at Brad. Mm-hmm. She's had enough of it, and she basically calls him her ex-boyfriend.
Wait, Tammy is his girlfriend?
Ex-girlfriend.
Okay.
Because Billy Ray's also like, hey.
Tammy Wynette?
No.
Oh.
Brad and Tammy, the couple that I made up.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry. Okay.
No, we're still in the comic here.
I was thinking Billy Ray Cyrus had a girlfriend named Tammy all of a sudden.
No,
and I was like,
married.
I don't know who.
I don't know his wife's name.
I don't either.
But the couple from the beginning.
Miley.
Billy Ray, that's his daughter.
Yeah, same thing.
Okay.
It's Kentucky.
Have you ever heard?
Sorry, Kentucky.
Have you heard the remix of "Achy Breaky Heart"? By the way,
No.
It is horrible.
No, come on.
I mean, I think they call it a remix, but
Can you
technically,
see the shock in my face?
It's by like a Kentucky rap artist.
The Island Boys.
No, oh my goodness, no. But Billy Ray sings the chorus on it.
Yeah.
But there's a part where Billy Ray just yells out, "Wrecking Ball" in the middle of the song. It is the worst thing ever, and you need to go check it out.
If COVID were people, it would be the Island Boys. You know? Like, I think they are COVID. Hello, it's Island Boys for COVID.
I just, every time I see them, it's just them saying their names over and over
That's
again.
all it is, yeah. Oh, I'm an island boy. Okay, yeah. Which island? Go back.
I don't get it. I don't get it at all. But
It's
Billy
just
Ray,
that one where they're in the swimming pool, just kind of moving around.
yeah, just the side to side, just like that the whole time. So Billy Ray decides that he's going to.
There's no qualification anymore to be a star.
No, there's not.
You know, there's no test.
There's not.
There's no bar. There's no anything.
Yeah, Mike, I just don't think that we're crazy enough, is what it is, really.
I guess, man. I don't know.
I don't know.
How do you? And this has nothing to do with Billy Ray Cyrus, but it kind of does. How do you just be a star one day? I mean, how did TikTok pick them out?
Just because other people liked them and sent them to other,
look at these idiots.
I mean, in some sense, yeah.
Really?
I don't know. I'm sure some people find them like. I don't want to just
kind of where we are, though, right?
But yeah.
Oh, look, this guy's an idiot. Let's make him a star for a little bit.
It's not even just make him a star. It's just people become famous and people watch them for entertainment purposes only. Like nobody. It doesn't have to be. Not everything has to be like intellectual, but at the same time, it's not to say like every TV show ever created was either. Like I understand the medium.
No,
you're going to get good and you're going to get bad.
So not everything was gold. I get that, but things were prepared for. I don't think any of this is prepped. Like it's just people being stupid, and let's find the stupidest people we possibly can and make them stars.
Well, that could be it too.
I mean, it's just Jersey Shore. That's what I immediately think of when I talk about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think they're filming those scenes 3 or 4 times.
Well, no.
To get just the right angle of Snooki's butt as she bends over or whatever.
No, but at the same time, the shows like, I would say like Keep It Up with Kardashian or even a different kind of reality show and like The Bachelor and stuff.
Yeah.
Like the amount of shooting and like redos and stuff on those.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, reality TV is nothing but scripted TV just presented to you as reality TV.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
no, I get it.
I hate to spoil The Bachelor, but when they go walk on the beach and the first clam he picks up has a black pearl in it.
Right.
There was some poor.
You don't think that was put there?
Yeah, there was some poor PA who probably had to go out in the morning and it was freezing cold on the beach. Find one, pry it open, switch it out, and then like move it closer so the guy could tell which one he needed.
Jeff keeps picking up the wrong one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here he is at catering. They ran out of ketchup for his damn hot dog. And, you know, he's freezing cold and wet. He's just having the worst day. But you know what? Our shitty TV show looks good.
Yeah. That's rough.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Billy Ray Cyrus.
So, I don't even. This is going to be the most just.
That's okay.
Out of nowhere episode,
That's
but it's
right.
fine. It's not that great of a comic anyway.
Yeah.
I'll just.
I think it's kind of the point, right?
Yeah. I'll skim through it a little bit quicker. Basically, he decides he's going to help the lovers kind of, you know, find their way back together.
Sure.
By inviting them to the concert that he's having that night.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
And he goes, "Don't worry." Or no. He goes, "Show up tonight and ask for my road manager, basically." And she'll have tickets for you. She'll take care of you.
My road manager, the horse.
No, it's some pun. It's a lady, and it's obviously not a real road manager because they gave her like a punny name.
Hey guys, since you two seem to have a achy breaky heart, y'all are invited to my concert.
She goes, "Hey, you two, come with me. Don't worry. I already called your parents. They know everything's okay."
Oh my!
That's the thing in both of these stories, because there's 2 stories in one comic. In the second one, Billy Ray has already phoned their parents. One, I don't know how they have their parents' numbers, because in the second story, it's a different couple.
Well, in '94, don't you remember? You know, you wear the big Jenko jeans, the wallet on a chain, and then your parents' names and numbers on the back of your shirt.
And I always had a phone nearby to be able to call them.
Yeah. Well, I had a roll of quarters.
It's just so weird that, you know, if you're a parent.
Is that a roll of quarters in your pocket?
Smith resident.
Yeah.
Billy Ray Cyrus.
Billy Ray Cyrus here.
My kids are going to stay with you after the concert and go camping at the old fort.
Okay. Sounds great.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
All right, gotta go. Wrecking ball.
Just have them back by the. Okay, thanks. Who was that, honey? Oh, Billy Ray's watching the kids tonight at the old fort. Billy Ray Cyrus. Oh,
of the Longport Cyruses. I got it. Sure.
Oh man. Yeah, and so he sets up.
That's fantastic.
But he gives them both like frontiersman gear to dress up in.
So
they look like
he just carries it around.
They look like Davy Crockett out there while they're riding around because they wanted to get in the moment.
Yeah.
Well, we find out the Indian that he saw. Oh, also, by the way, sorry. After the concert, I just have to include this because it's so stupid too. After the concert, the kids go backstage to talk to Billy about this camping trip they're going to have at that old fort.
Yeah.
To look for the Indian
community
ghost.
Camping trip.
To look at the Indian ghost or for him. And the paparazzi goes, "Indian ghost, we might have found our story."
The paparazzi.
they're gonna go try to find this Indian ghost with Billy Ray Cyrus.
Yeah, these photos of Billy Ray Cyrus really aren't selling the way they used to. We could find a good Indian ghost. We'd be golden here.
They're
Bob.
out there camping, right? There's also a panel where they go through.
I feel sorry for you sometimes that you have to read these things. This is great.
This one, here's the thing, is I made it through the first story.
Yeah.
The second story of the article or of the comic book was just even worse. That it was one of those I just kind of skimmed just to get the general.
Sure. Oh,
you ever
call
do
the
those?
parents. Camping.
Yeah. So, but this first
day.
one to me was just so ridiculous. And basically, while they're camping, they're looking for the Indian ghost.
Yeah.
We see in another panel a collection of Indians, like dressed up like Comanches.
Okay.
But
collection.
One of them is like a college professor.
Tenure.
The other one's a lawyer. Like they're making up. Like I don't know why you wanted us to dress up in like our,
headdresses and things. Yeah, traditional gear.
Yeah, for like whatever full moon like ceremony he had for this. He was like, I'm a lawyer. I can't believe I'm doing this. So Marvel was already like, hey, we might have offended people already. Let's make sure that when we, have the Indians show up, that we make them like a lawyer or a professor. Don't talk about tenure, though. They'll think they're a villain.
That's true. That's right. You can't. Good God.
But here's basically what the story is it's them dressed up as in pioneersman gear and at least a college professor and a lawyer. And their buddies
dressed in traditional
traditional Indian garb, each thinking that the others are spirits.
Oh,
I didn't include that they also have firearms. They brought firearms.
Oh, good.
That look like old firearms, but are filled with blanks.
Okay.
I don't know where either of them got this stuff.
Single shot blanks.
Yes, but Billy Ray's like, here, take these guns. And then the kid's like...
Billy Ray's just an agent of chaos. Is what he is.
Well, the thing is he's like, here, take these guns. But and the guy goes, are we hunting? And he goes, no, they're fake.
Well, at least he's upfront about it, I guess.
But they made him to look like real. It's like they went through a lot of effort.
Oh my goodness!
For this cosplay sleepover.
Wow. This is Billy Bob. No, what's his name? Billy Ray Cyrus. Billy Ray Cyrus's LARP convention.
So you can see why after reading one, I was like, we'll do all of these as their individual episodes. Because the second one.
Wait, you got to tell me how it turns out.
Oh, it turns out.
Do the paparazzi get their big story?
They take a picture and somehow the moonlight makes it look like they're smoky, like kind of. They get a picture of some sense, but basically they can't tell that the other is real until a bear starts chasing one of the Indian guys into the fort. And Billy Ray surrenders the fort back to the Comanche people.
Oh, no. Oh my goodness!
Because Billy Ray Cyrus speaks for America.
They ripped the bear's head off, and he said, "I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for Billy Ray Cyrus and you kids."
Man, no. So the bear chases the guy who is essentially the Indian chief into the fort.
Yeah,
and they close the door so the bear doesn't get him.
Sure.
And like.
Black bear, brown bear.
Here, it's a black bear in the comics. All and like, here's the thing. I don't remember reading where Billy Ray said, here's the fort back. But the Indian gets up on the fort to yell at his other buddies. And is like, hey, y'all come on. Billy Ray surrendered the fort to me. So I assume
it wasn't even his fort to surrender. That's what I'm saying.
It's the states of
Billy Ray, come on.
Oh,
wow.
Man. So the second story.
Like that wasn't enough.
Oh. The second story somehow. The two kids are going to try to get Billy Ray Cyrus's autograph.
It starts in court where Billy Ray's defending himself for giving away a fort.
But Billy Ray leaves to get on his tour bus. And they go and they stop at a gas station to get gas.
Right.
and there's something off and mysticky about the gas station attendant.
Sure.
He's like, you need to be prepared for where you're going.
It's just that bear dressed up like a gas station.
He's like, I bet you're going to need this much gallons of gas. And like, he knows exactly to the point. And Billy Ray's like freaked out by him.
12.6 gallons.
And they found out 36.7. And they found out that the two kids who wanted the autograph had stored themselves away in the tour bus on the, where you open and put the luggage.
Sure. Yeah.
So they had been there while they were driving from wherever this town was to this gas station.
On tour buses though, you get used to that, kicking the skeletons out of the place where you put the bags and stuff.
Oh man, so
it's like planes from London. There's always those corpses in the landing gear.
That is true.
Yeah, every day.
Basically, I'm trying to remember where this because this one's just.
They stored themselves in a bus.
They drive off into fog. Like Billy Ray gets them out. It's like, hey, I called your parents to let them know we have you. That's where it was.
Sure.
To let them know we have you.
Hey, do you guys know of any forts around here?
Like, that's the thing too. He didn't talk to the kids about it. I don't know how they would get their number.
Yeah.
But while they're at the gas station, called your parents.
Well, gas stations hold all information about teenagers.
It's like they're writing these stories. Rolodex. But it's like they're writing their stories. So they're like, wait, somebody's going to ask, how come the parents haven't checked on the kids?
Yeah, sure.
Have Billy Ray Cyrus call him.
Have him just give him a holler.
This one, they drive off into some fog and they reappear in like 1300s in England.
Oh, sure.
And Billy Ray is supposed to fight a dragon.
Right. All of this is tracking.
We never
dragon.
see a dragon. There is a scene where he like steals the fire extinguisher off of the bus and runs into a cave, which I can only
and then surrenders the cave.
Which is the only way I can assume that he defeated the dragon was with the fire extinguisher.
Okay.
I don't know. There's a princess that falls in love with him that throws herself at him that he's like, hey, I'm sorry, but I'm already married.
Hey, I'm married, darling. To the road.
Here's my favorite part of this one, though.
And my wife.
So they go through, they defeat the dragon. Somehow they get back into regular time.
Right.
And they're about to leave, and he tells the kids.
You just have to drive in reverse through that fog.
No, he tells hey, kids, you still want that autograph? And they're like, yeah, Mr. Cyrus. And he's like, all right, here's your one on the next page. And you go to the next page of the comic, and it's like a more like drawn out.
It's a big autograph of his.
With the fake, and that's the end of it.
Wow. They go to the next page, and it's just signed The Dragon.
I'm trying to see exactly what it says here so I can do the wording, but it is. Oh, man, this thing was awful.
Wow, that is great. I really expected it to be a masterpiece. I wanted Billy Ray to fight the Green Goblin.
No. Here, an autograph, please, Mr. Cyrus. Turn the page and you got it, is what he says, actually.
They're like, what page? What are you talking about?
And then
this guy's nuts.
Is the last page of the comic.
Oh, man, look at that. With his mullet and his, what does it say? Dear fan?
It says, dear fan, dreams come true. Billy Ray Cyrus.
Dear fan, dreams come true. Billy Ray
Here,
Cyrus.
I'm gonna take that picture and send it to you, Mike, just so you can always.
I love that.
It.
I'm gonna make it my background on my phone so that I remember that every time I pick it up.
Yeah, we have more of those for in the future.
All right.
Oh my goodness,
that's great though.
I laughed so hard at that. That was great.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was. I love ones that are just so ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And like obviously going in, like I don't think you should expect anything.
Well, it's no different than like the NFL guy, the Hot Wheels team up, all of that crap.
And those are always so great to me.
And what was nuts is that people bought those.
Yeah, there you go. I texted it to you, so you had it.
Oh boy.
That way you can make it your background. There was another thing. Oh, I remember I saved it because I thought it was weird. Oh, here it was.
Dear Billy. This
is Billy Ray Cyrus talking about, remember when I said he was turned into a history teacher talking about the Indians? Mm-hmm. He goes, that kind of fighting, along with the wars between the Indian tribes, is why they call Kentucky the dark and bloody ground. Have you ever heard anybody call Kentucky that?
I've never heard anybody call it that. No. The dark and bloody ground. Boy, what a place to move. Hey, guys, we are... welcome to your new job at the Kentucky Tourist Board. We're trying to come up with a new phrase that will really get people from around the country to visit Kentucky, spend their hard-earned dollars here. How about the dark and bloody ground? All right, I guess we're adjourned.
That'll work. Everybody will love to come here for that.
Put it on a T-shirt.
Oh, man. So there you go.
I went to the dark and bloody ground, and all I got was this crummy T-shirt. Yeah.
It's probably blue blood. Hey-oh.
Good job.
Thank you. So.
Well, that was great. Thanks, Zach.
Mike, thanks for
you always take a little chunk out of my brain.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
No, eventually one day I'm slowly just making you brain dead, just one story at a time.
Well, technically it's Marvel and DC doing it, but sure.
But yeah.
I get it.
So there you go. You can always follow us on Instagram, Bros, Foes, Heroes. Email us, bros, foes, and heroes @gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Rogue Media Network on Instagram as well. Anything else?
I think that's it. Just go look for other shows.
Yeah.
Go look and listen.
Look and listen.
Nice.
And until next week.
And now turn the page.
One more. Yeah, the sound of the.
Yeah, you remember this?
I have a like briefcase is the only thing I can call it. It had like a plastic inlet that you could like stick cassettes in though.
Oh yeah.
And you closed it.
Yeah, I remember.
And it was full of those and the books.
Yeah.
And like you would follow along with the book and then and you need to turn the page.
Yeah.
One last shout out to Jimmy's Mobile Mold.
Jimmy's Mobile Mold. Yeah.
Mold removal or just does he provide it?
He can do either.
Oh, okay.
He's a two-way mold expert. He can add mold if you need more, or he can take mold away if you need less.
So,
and that's from your body, your house, or your business.
So
he will not work on pets.
No.
If you've got a moldy dog, that's a different guy.
It is. We don't have that guy yet. We'll work on finding that guy.
Sure.
I mean, the amount of times I've been asked.
I bet Billy Ray Cyrus would work on dogs.
He maybe
remove the mold from dogs.
Maybe he can defeat a dragon. And
you don't know that he did.
And he gives kids guns.
That's true. Fake guns.
Fake guns. Though.
Here, kids, fake guns. All right. It was great.
As always, we appreciate you guys listening.
Absolutely.
And until next week, stay safe.
Got a gun. Here's a gun.
Bros and foes and heroes. Gonna tell you about bros and foes and heroes. Gonna tell you about.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast.